Hello guys, welcome to NXBTO new video. And in this video, I'm gonna give an update on the price of Bitcoin. So the last time we gave you an update on the price of Bitcoin was on the week of 28th of July 2025. So meaning more than 5 weeks ago. And today we are coming back. And so we're gonna be talking about DXY and Bitcoin ratio. We're also gonna be talking about Bitcoin dominance, the total two, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. We're also going to be talking about crypto fear and greed index, and I hope you enjoy this video. So to start, we're going to be looking at what Bitcoin has been doing. So our last update, that was on the 28th of July, we mentioned that Bitcoin was struggling to actually break and find support above the middle of our upward channel, this major upward channel. So we can see that Bitcoin is struggling to actually break and hold it as support. After July, Bitcoin managed to actually retest or push. Bitcoin managed to push as high as $124,533, but quickly got rejected. And of course, and this rejection also gave a way to a correction. And as I mentioned in a previous update, Bitcoin needs to clarify this level, which is 110,000 level. You can see managed to go as low as 107,369, but quickly in the following week managed to close above the same level, which means they're above the 110,000 level. So we can see that 110,000 level is becoming a level where Bitcoin is building market structure, or trying to respect market structure, which means Bitcoin can find resistance at the middle of our upward channel, but must find support or consolidate above our 110,000 level. You can see that this week is already established, retested our level, with the week, and now is pushing upward again, which means so far Bitcoin is managing to protect the 110,000 level. And for that reason, we can see that the DXY is showing signs of weakness. So one of our posts on Facebook, I believe was 4 weeks ago, we mentioned that for Bitcoin to top this bull market at $382,000, which is at the top of our upward channel, Bitcoin will have to protect the 110,000 level, and the DXY, on the other hand, has to go below the 90 level. So meaning the DXY is going to have to break this support around 96, so break below this level and most likely retest as low as 80. uh, in order for Bitcoin to actually push toward the middle of this upward channel again and most likely break it and continue the bull market, establishing new all-time highs. So, having said that, we can now analyze the DXY and Bitcoin ratio. You know, Bitcoin retested under 10,000 level. We can see that the ratio seems to be moving sideways, of course, as Bitcoin is doing. We can see that the ratio is far away from the 50-week moving average, the green line, and our focus remains on the DXY, whereby we can see that yet again the DXY is giving us fresh data where if I just extend this trend line to accommodate all the touch points, we can see that the 110,000 level could be another buy the dip level. So as you guys can see, I just adjusted this line to accommodate major touch points, and this one looks like a third touch point close to this close to our downward trend line where we are calling the buy the dip level. This to me is critical. We can see that this is basically another opportunity to buy Bitcoin on the lows based on the RSI. You can see the RSI is still respecting this downward trend line so far. You can see that the ratio is far away from the 50-week moving average, which is great. And I think this is another opportunity to buy the dip. We can also look at in this case, the total two, which is the total crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So all the altcoins, how they are actually preparing to break out or to correct. And in this case, I can tell you that for what we can see, the total two is about to break the 1.62 trillion resistance. I mentioned this in our social a few weeks ago that this indicator is showing that the altcoin is about to explode. And usually altcoin explodes when Bitcoin is showing sign that is going to continue to move to the upside, or that is a sign that the Bitcoin is about to continue the acceleration, who is about to enter the acceleration mode, and where we're going to be seeing new all-time highs. And in this case, we expect altcoins to explode if Bitcoin breaks the middle of our upward channel and start making new all-time highs. In this case, $174,000, $253,000, and ultimately $382,000. So with this scenario in mind, we can say that altcoins are actually just waiting to break this resistance, which is a resistance since 2021. That means altcoins just waiting to repeat what happened during 2020. You can see how the altcoin performed against Bitcoin, and with Bitcoin giving altcoin the signal that is want to go above the middle of our upward channel. this is what's going to happen to altcoins. So they might repeat all the bullishness that comes with Bitcoin discovering new all-time high. And I wouldn't be surprised to see altcoin the total two at $15.95 trillion at the next Fibonacci level. In this case, around this level is the Bitcoin dominance. You can see with the scenario where we just explained that altcoin most likely is preparing to outperform Bitcoin. We can understand why the dominance is going down and is retesting the middle of this upward channel, meaning is showing sign that it wants to continue to go lower, at least to retest uh, the 53% and most likely retesting the 200-week moving average. I wouldn't, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Bitcoin breaking the middle of our, you know, breaking the middle of our upward channel, telling the market that we're going much higher, altcoin outperforming Bitcoin, and in this case, you can see the dominance continue to fall to somehow come and find support around the 200 moving average or around the Fibonacci 0.38, or just coming to the test around the 56%, where that would be a great a level to find, most likely level to find support, as Bitcoin usually finds support at the bottom of each channel. We could see the Bitcoin dominance coming to find around falling all the way down to 46%, giving opportunity to altcoins to shine, considering that the total two is about to have a major breakout. Crypto fear and greed index, the crypto fear and greed index, we can see that the market is currently neutral. It's been neutral for more than a week now, after last month being in greed, and we can see why. We kind of still forming this megaphone shape formation that I've been mentioning. We know that the sentiment could not make a new high or breakout around 79. We started making lower points after this, and of course this give way to another lower low, which means the sentiment went as low as 39, which means to me is a continuation of this pattern. What we want now is for Bitcoin to actually being able to break the middle of this upward channel to the upside, where we could see the smashing use spike on the sentiment, at least to retest the 79 or higher, where we could see a break out of this megaphone shape formation, which is a bullish formation in my opinion. And with the breakout of this sentiment, of course, giving way or confirming that Bitcoin is actually entering the acceleration mode that all of us been waiting for. And most likely we can see that the DXY is showing sign of weakness. You can see there's a lot of sell pressure all these weeks at the top, means that its potential means that the DXY wants to go further down, and this we're gonna have to wait and see. But so far Bitcoin is doing great, being able to hold 110,000 as support, and we're gonna have to see this week closing, confirming with a close above this level, and potentially next week we now have to be able to push upward after we close this candle as support. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends and family. So I will see you definitely next week. Bye.